for nominations, one song, and one smile that no one expected. When Wang Yibo conquered APMA 2025, the world celebrated his talent. But it was Xiao Zhan's unguarded reaction that broke the fandom's emotional defenses. A single moment, caught on camera, turned an awards announcement into something far more intimate and unforgettable. The announcement hit like a thunderclap across the Asian music scene. Wang Yibo, artist, dancer, performer known for his quiet intensity, had just secured 4 major nominations at the Asian Pop Music Awards 2025. Not 1, not 2, but 4 pillars of artistic recognition. Best Song of the Year, Best Dance Performance, Best Lyricist, Best Composer. At the center of it all stood one deeply personal track, I Am Not Here, a song that didn't scream, a song that didn't chase trends, a song that felt like a confession whispered into the dark. For fans, this wasn't just success, it was validation, because Wang Yibo has never been an artist who explains himself easily. He lets movement speak, he lets silence linger, he lets music carry what words cannot. And now, the industry had answered back, loudly. Social media erupted in waves of disbelief and pride. Timelines filled with tears, screenshots, and one shared feeling. He did it. He really did. But as the world celebrated Wang Yibo's achievement, another story was quietly beginning to unfold. In a completely different space, under different lights, Xiao Zhan was attending a separate press event. Calm, composed, as always. Then a reporter asked a simple question, almost casual. What do you think about Wang Yibo's APMA nominations? For a split second, Xiao Zhan didn't answer. And in that breath of silence, the camera caught something rare. A smile. Soft, warm, unfiltered. It wasn't posed. It wasn't controlled. It slipped out before he could stop it. Fans noticed immediately. That one fleeting expression became the center of attention, more powerful than headlines, louder than applause. When Xiao Zhan finally spoke, his words were minimal. He worked very hard, just 4 words, but his eyes told a longer story. The warmth, the pride, the unmistakable emotion that couldn't be edited away. Clips of that moment spread like wildfire, shared, replayed, slowed down, because it felt real. And in an industry where every gesture is measured, that authenticity hit hard. The reaction wasn't loud. There was no dramatic statement, no public declaration, and that's exactly why it mattered. Fans began connecting dots, not to create rumors, but to remember history. 2 artists, 1 shared chapter, years of parallel growth. People wrote online. Xiao Zhan looks genuinely proud. That smile says more than 1,000 interviews. I wasn't ready to feel this emotional today. Even casual viewers felt it. Because at its core, this wasn't about fandom narratives. It was about something universally human. Watching someone you once stood beside reach a milestone that proves every struggle was worth it. In that moment, Xiao Zhan became a mirror for the audience, reflecting what so many felt but couldn't put into words. Support doesn't always come with applause. Sometimes it lives in a look you didn't mean to reveal. And that quiet honesty was what made this moment unforgettable. Wang Yibo, true to form, didn't react dramatically to the news. No over-the-top celebration. No emotional speech. Just calm acceptance. But according to those close to him, there was a subtle shift when he learned about Xiao Zhan's response. A pause. A longer curve at the corner of his lips. Not excitement. Not surprise. Recognition. For fans who understand Wang Yibo, that said everything. Because he has always expressed emotion and restraint. Feeling deeply while showing very little. 2 artists who once shared the same frame. Now, standing on different stages. Yet when one rises, the other watches quietly, sincerely. Their connection has never needed explanation. It lives in respect, in memory, in moments like this. And as Wang Yibo stands on the edge of potentially winning multiple major awards, Xiao Zhan's simple, heartfelt reaction brought that shared past gently back into focus. This wasn't just about trophies. It wasn't about charts or titles. It was about why people fell in love with these artists in the first place. Their dedication, their authenticity, their humanity. As anticipation builds toward the APMA ceremony, fans aren't asking for spectacle. They're hoping for something quieter. Another glance, another unscripted second, another reminder that genuine emotion still exists in the spotlight. Because sometimes the most powerful moments aren't planned. They happen in the space between questions and answers. And that unguarded smile may end up being remembered long after the awards are over. If this story resonated with you, hold on to that feeling. Because in a world of noise, moments like this remind us why we keep watching and why we keep caring.